Hey guys, hope you're good. Is there any better way to spend a Sunday afternoon than going down the pub with your neighbours? Well, that's where we're headed, and you're welcome to come along and join us. I wanted to get some more boat handling experience in, and my neighbour kindly offered to let me drive his boat to the pub. His boat's quite a bit longer than mine, and a fair bit heavier. It comes in at about 23 tonnes. You need quite a lot of engine to power a boat like that, so it's just as well he's got an 80 horsepower truck engine in there. You see that lever there on the left hand side? That's how you kick the boat into gear, and you literally kick it with your foot. We're just about to go through City Mill Lock, and we're going to take the River Lea up to Lea Bridge Rd and stop off in a nice pub there. Once we were through the lock, it was my turn to steer. My neighbours stayed with me for the first part because it's very different from driving my boat. Here we are in Old Ford Lock. I made it this far without any problems, so once we get through the other side, my neighbour will go and sit with our other crewmate, and I will do all of the steering by myself. It's the first time that I've been on a boat during the weekend, so there were lots of people out coming to watch. And notice how leaky the lock is as well. This is a water point on the facilities block. It's the first time that I've actually noticed one whilst I've been out and about. Okay, we're through the other side. The boat's all mine now. When my neighbour first bought the boat, it struggled to go any less than 6 miles an hour, so he's had to have a lot of work done to tweak the engine, and the minimum speed that it gets to now is 4. Steering this boat is a lot more of a physical job than on mine, but it's really rewarding. Just look how much we're vibrating, and we're only on tick over here, and this is just to keep it in a straight line. You have to really overcompensate. Also, when you're at the tiller, you can't see the front of the boat. It's got what is called a Joshua bow, so you have to be aware that there's quite a bit more boat in front of what you can actually see, and just be prepared to steer nice and early and anticipate anything that you're going to come into contact with on the canal. This was also the windiest I've ever experienced on a boat, so that was another thing to contend with. It actually got so windy that I almost lost my hat, so I had to take it off. We're just pulling up to the pub, and then this really lovely looking lady starts waving and smiling at me from the beer garden, and then I realised she was screaming at me in Irish. It was actually my tutor, so that was nice to see her. My neighbour took back over here to turn us around and get us moored up right next to the pub. We passed these people about half a mile before the pub, and they're just catching up with us now. Do you know what? I'm not really a pub person, but I could have sat there for hours just watching everyone go by. Here's a floating cocktail bar. It was soon time to head back, and I could not wait to get back on behind the tiller. It was a really cool journey back. I did get in one minor collision with a canoe, and my neighbour did get shouted at once because we were going so fast that we pulled out their pins, but we were going as slow as we could go, so sorry about that. So much fun. Back in Old Ford Lock now, I swapped over with my neighbour because I thought it would be nice for him to actually drive his own boat, and I spent the rest of the journey sat on the bow enjoying the view. It's actually the first time that I've been on a boat and not been at the tiller, so it was quite nice. This is actually in real time. It looks as if it's speeded up, but that is literally as slow as we could go. when you're living and working in London, everything is just such a rush. It's non-stop, and this is what I really love about having a boat. It's a completely different way of life. As soon as you're out on the water, you just physically feel all of the stress lift off of your body. Days like today just make me realise how grateful I am to be able to have this experience and to be living this way of life. When we got back to City Mill Lock, these two familiar faces were greeting us. I think they're the new lock keepers, and they didn't look too happy to see us. I don't think they wanted to grant us entry.
Oh, he's too cute.